Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for my chocolate mini cheesecakes. Now before I go into how amazing these are, I just have to say that I really don't have any words to describe just how good they are. There's no words. There's just no words. We're going to start off with 2 blocks of cream cheese that is softened at room temperature, and I'm going to mix that and cream that together for about a minute, making sure that it's really nice and smooth. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in some sweetened condensed milk. Get that all in my can, and I will go ahead and cream this together again with my mixer until it's really nice and creamy. I want to take about at least a good minute or so to cream these ingredients together. So just mix that really well. And after about a minute of mixing or so, I'm just going to make sure and take my spatula and run it around the sides of the bowl to make sure and get everything off the sides, any clumps of extra cream cheese. Get my spatula, run it around the sides, and make sure I get everything and incorporate everything in together. And then mix that again for about another minute or so, just till everything is nice and creamy. And then after that minute, we're going to go ahead and add in some sour cream, and then give that a really nice mix. Now at this point, we really want to try and make sure everything is really well combined and incorporated before we add our eggs. So we're just going to mix that sour cream in really well. And before we move on to any other next ingredients, we're going to start off with some chocolate chips. I have some semi-sweet chocolate chips here in a bowl, and to that I'm going to go ahead and add in some heavy cream. I'm going to take the heavy cream and the chocolate chips and put it in the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds or so, and then after that, it's nice and kind of melted, we're just going to take our spoon and incorporate the chocolate chips into the heavy cream. I like using the heavy cream with the chocolate chips here because it makes the cheesecakes extra creamy. So set that aside to cool for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead back to our cream cheese mixture and add in some vanilla extract. Gonna give that a nice mix together. And we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of cocoa powder. Now I like to use my Dutch processed cocoa powder. The brand is Riddell, and I've mentioned it in my other chocolate cake recipe. It's the best cocoa powder I've ever had, I've ever used. I definitely recommend it. So I added in my cocoa powder. I'm going to give that a nice mix. And of course, all the amounts are in the description box below for you guys. Giving that a nice mix. Making sure it's nice and smooth and velvety and creamy. Get the spatula, get everything off the sides. Make sure everything is really well incorporated. And then we're going to go ahead and add in that chocolate that we have melted. That had cooled for a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and add that in. That cooled for a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and add that in. And of course, as you probably have guessed, we are just going to mix that in. Gotta get my mixer and mix all of that lovely chocolate in there until that is really nice and creamy and incorporated. Get our spatula and run it around the ends of the bowl again, the sides of the bowl, making sure and getting everything incorporated. We really want a nice, smooth, velvety mixture for our cheesecakes. Now, that chocolate was just staring at me in the bowl there. I was just like, I had to get it all in there. So I just want to make sure and take my spatula and it's got all that chocolate in there. It's chocolate, you know, we just gotta have it all in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix everything in, and now we're gonna go ahead and start adding our eggs. We're gonna need 2 large eggs for this. So we're gonna add our first egg in, and we're just gonna mix this until it's incorporated. Now, as with any cheesecake, if you overmix your eggs, your cheesecake will crack. But these cheesecake, because there's so much going on in there, it does crack a little bit towards the end. but they're still so delicious. So just mix it till it's mostly incorporated, and then add your second large egg and just mix that just until it's incorporated. Now my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And what I have here is my muffin tin that I am using cookies. I just have some muffin liners, some cupcake liners, and I placed one whole cookie in there. Now if you want, you could remove just the biscuit parts of the cookies, remove the cream and use just the biscuits, place them in a Ziploc bag and crush them up, and add some butter and make a crust. I think this is easier. I'm also using some Keebler Coconut Dreams, as well as I had some brownies that I had made the other day. I just took some pieces of them and I just put them in there and use my fingers to press them in to make a crust. So I have different crusts. You can use any biscuit, any cookie, or anything that you want, but these are quick, they are easy, and I don't have to go ahead and make any crust. Really just use whatever I've got on hand. And I'm going to take an ice cream scoop and about 1 scoopful. We're just going to go ahead and add in to our muffins. Now these are going to bake for about 20 to 23 minutes or so at 350, and we're going to take them out and let them cool completely before we add our whipped cream topping. Now these must be accompanied with a chocolate whipped cream. I have some heavy cream that is in a bowl. To that I'm going to add some powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, whatever you call it. We're just going to go ahead and mix that together. Now about 2 minutes after it's starting to come together. Now I'm whisking this by hand. If you want to use a mixer, go ahead. It will take faster. We're going to go ahead and add in our cocoa powder and just mix that until we get nice stiff peaks. And that's pretty much it. Just those 3 ingredients are so good on top of this cheesecake. I'm telling you, you just have to have it on top of the cheesecake. It's so good. Place it in your fridge to cool and just to keep it chilled until you're ready to put them on top of your little cupcakes. And it's really not that much heavy cream, so I decided to just use my hand and whisk it together. I'm just going to use my star tip here and pipe on lovely heavy cream, whipping cream, chocolate whipped cream goodness on top of here. And then all I like to do is just have a little bit of chocolate shavings on top. Just take a little, any kind of chocolate bar you got, whatever you like, and go ahead and shave them on top. And of course you could finish this with some chocolate syrup, or even place a little mini Oreo on top. And guys, this is, like I said, there are really no words. You really just have to try it yourself to know how good they are. They're delicious. I hope that you guys enjoy this recipe. Do give it a try. They are so good. They are fantastic. And they are, I don't know. They're, like I said, there's just really no words. I hope you give this recipe a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.